I, I call this meeting to order. Prior to calling the roll, we have a special ceremony to conduct. On Thursday, May 31st, Rebecca Williams was nominated and approved by the Union County Democratic Committee to fill the freeholder seat vacated by Assemblywoman Linda Carter. It is fitting that now I call upon freeholder Rebecca Williams to go up as Assemblywoman Carter presents the oath administration to her.
Repeat after me. I, Rebecca Lynn Williams,
I, Rebecca Lynn Williams,
solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
perform
all the duties of the office of Freeholder of the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders
Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
I do further solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the United States of New Jersey,
and the
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same,
to
to the governments established in the United States
the governments established in the United States
and in this state
under
under the authority of the people.
the authority of the people.
Congratulations. You're legal. Girl, you be legal now.
Freeholder.
You better come give me that.
Can I just get a photo with my godson?
Go, do it. Go, whatever you want. Yeah. Another picture.
He's here. Oh, you gonna take a picture with them? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Another big round of applause to freeholder Rebecca Williams.
So nice you did it twice.
I just want to, again, thank everyone. Thank the county, thank the chairman, thank our chairman here, and our vice chair, and all the other freeholders. I will, as I pledged, do this job to the best of my ability, and I look forward to supporting all of the wonderful events in Union County, and my door is always open, so please feel free to reach out. Thank you again, Chairman.
Thank you. We look forward to working with you. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Freeholder Bergen.
Here.
Freeholder Estrada. Freeholder Garrettson.
Here.
Freeholder Hudak.
Present.
Freeholder Jallo.
Here.
Freeholder Mirabella. Our new freeholder, Rebecca Williams.
Here.
Vice Chairman Kowalski.
Here.
and Chairman Granados.
Here.
Chairman, you have 7 freeholders present.
Thank you very much. Clerk of the Board, please lead us in the prayer and salute to the flag.
Humbly we ask God, the giver of peace and the lover of charity, to give the entire family of nations true agreement with his will, and to grant the light of his spirit on all who work for justice and peace. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk of the Board, please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act.
The Chair wishes to announce that pursuant to the requirements of New Jersey statutes annotated, Title 10, Chapter 4, Section 10 of the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting of the Board of Chosen Freeholders of the County of Union has been given by mailing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2018, along with periodic changes necessitated by circumstances, to the newspapers circulating within the County of Union who are designated to receive such notice, and by posting the annual meeting schedule for the year 2018 in the Administration Building, and further by filing the annual meeting schedule for the year 2018 with the Office of the County Clerk.
Thank you very much. At this time, we'll be doing a presentation in reference to the 2017-2018 Union County Student Training and Enrichment Program, also known as UC STEP, Anti-Bullying Campaign. And I'd like to call upon Assemblywoman Linda Carter to come join me up front, as she's the brainchild when she was a chairwoman that created the UC STEP program. Thank you for being up there.
Why, thank you, Chairman. Well, it's wonderful to be here. Hi, everybody. You guys doing good? Are you guys doing good? Is it finals time yet? Next week. We're close. We're close. It's getting to that summertime. I want to take an opportunity to thank, first of all of you all for being here. We had UC STEP, Union County Student Training Enrichment Program. This was the fifth year. This is the 5th year that we've done this. We started the first year and ended up with Support for Soldiers. And really, it's students coming together around the county that are able to take a one-day training course. This one-day training, then they go back and they really go peer-to-peer training on what they've learned. But they also come up with a service project. And this service project is a project that is run throughout the county for about a 2-month time frame. And then they earn points for the things that they do. We had this year, which the theme was bullying, anti-bullying, which is with the chairman's initiatives that he set out in January. So our youth came together, they were able to vote, and Branches Against Bullying came about, and you've been doing this for a couple of months. I have to say you've done an amazing job. Not only have you seen it in Union County, but I can tell you this, that it has transferred and gone on to Passaic, New Jersey also, because we have 8th graders there that were recipients of 2 of your trees, that you all came up with the idea. So I congratulate all of you, because this is an idea that you planted. You can put it on your profile sheets for school, for when you're going to college. This is something that you've started, you initiated, and not only did you transform within your county, but you went cross counties also. So for your leadership, I thank all of you. And I'm looking forward to seeing who the winners are, because I don't know. I don't know who won our money, and I'm going to let the chairman talk about that.
Thank you very much. Let's give her a big round of applause. So Assemblywoman Carter is also a teacher in Passaic, and made sure that she brought this program forward to Passaic also, because she saw that the tremendous effort that the students here in Union County were putting forward in making sure that anti-bullying is something that affects so many people, not only in Union County, not only in the state of New Jersey, but across this country. And each one of you, through the programming you've done and enrichment programs you've done, are leaving a better mark on helping out other individuals know that there's people who are here to support them, there are people here willing to stand up for them. So with that said, I just want to say thank you first. So now we're going to start off with the runner-ups first. The first runner-up is Union County Teams Charter School. A big round of applause. With a check for, you can come on up. Sorry, you can come on up. Yep. That's the part I left out of the remarks. You get presented with a check for $250.
The way that the scoring is done, they can earn a lot of points. This is not UC Team's first time here, and they are one of our smallest schools that participate, and they were still able to garnish and come up as one of our runner-ups. So congratulations to all of you. We're going to present you all with the resolution for a great effort that you've done. And I think you all want the check, and the check is for $250. Congratulations, and you guys can utilize it for your programs there at the school. Okay, our second runner-up is New Providence High School. Our runner-up. There you go. We have 3 runner-ups, and then we have the top prize. Congratulations. You guys worked really hard on this. Also, just to let you know, Dina and Miss Wagner, come on up. You can't get away. But everything that was done for this program, Dina was able to do. She's been doing it. This is the 5th year, and every year it gets better. She works with all of our schools and with all of our kids and making sure the communication gets out there and making sure that they bring back. And the idea that they come up with really takes off. So thank you so much.
Before we do the final 2 presentations, I'm not sure if Deputy County Manager Wagner or Dina will come up and say a couple words in reference to the program. Yes? Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's really been a labor of love for our now Assemblywoman, Linda Carter. This was her idea. We had a business series that we did, and she said, I want to do something for kids. So we feverishly put it together. A lot of the teachers that are here have been here because their schools win consistently every year, so I'm happy to see you all here. And the energy that comes out of this event, I hope you all enjoyed it. If you come back, you can help us be a team leader, a group walk with the other kids and really participate because we want you to come back. And it's been a really exciting thing to be a part of and see you guys really engage and come up with these great ideas for community service projects and to see that people all across the entire county are working on it. So it's really all about you guys and all the good work that you do and the great idea that our Assemblywoman came up with 5 years ago. So. Thank you.
Our next runner-up is Governor Livingston High School.
So I can say this from all state. I can say the winner will not stay warm.
And as an Elizabeth resident, it takes great honor in presenting the first place $1,000 check to Alexander Hamilton Preparatory Academy. Big round of applause for them. Come on up. Oh, we got the whole squad here, Tay. That's it.
Where's the score?
Okay, as a member of Elizabeth, I am proud to have gotten the chance to work for Branches Against Bullying. It was a great opportunity. I actually met a lot of new people, a lot of new peers in my school, and I am very honored to receive this check, so thank you.
Row behind the podium, second row. Hat on? I don't know her. Oh. Vote for you. What's that? He's one of your. I don't know what this is. Waving.
I only have one person still here in the green jacket.
Okay.
Let's get another big round of applause for all the students who participated. We'll approve the communication later this evening during tonight's regular meeting. We'll now start the resolution portion of this meeting. First, from the Office of the Union County Prosecutor, Tom Coundry, Chief of Staff. Look at that, you got a round of applause and everything. Look at this.
Come back next time, I'll be here. Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. The Prosecutor's Office has one item on the agenda for consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Good evening.
Wait a second, wait a second. Department of Administrative Services, Director Mike Yeska.
Yes, good evening, members of the board. The department has one resolution for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Freeholder Jallo?
Is this a usual expenditure?
Yes, every year by law and by agreement with the doctors.
Okay. It looks low and separate. I was wondering if do we do it usually in the beginning of the year or something like that, or is it?
I'd have to, I don't know why it came up, but it expires, I believe, in July.
Okay. All right.
Any other questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none, thank you very much, Director. Department of Corrections, Director Ron Charles.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. The Department of Corrections has one resolution on the agenda. I'll be happy to answer questions.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Freeholder Jallo?
Dollar amount associated with this?
It is $5.45 per meal, which is down from $7.87 from the last contract.
Excellent. All right.
Thank you. Freeholder Hudak?
Is there a gross number on that?
Over the last 2 years, we've been spending about $180,000, which about 65,000 of that has been reimbursed through the SNEERS program with the state, since we house children. So we're spending right around about 110, 115 over the last 2 years.
Per year, or is that total?
Per year. Per year.
Per year, 110 per year.
Yes, after the reimbursement from the SNEERS program.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much, Freeholder. Any other questions?
Chairman, I'm
Yep,
just
Freeholder
curious, is there a reason why the dollar amount isn't in this resolution, or? Just so that we're aware of
Yeah.
what?
I thought it was. I thought when we wrote it, it was. I don't know
Okay.
if it's in the actual resolution itself.
Apologize for that
Okay.
oversight. We'll make sure that's
That's fine.
right on there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Department of Economic Development, Deputy County Manager Amy Wagner.
Good evening, freeholders. The Department of Economic Development has 3 resolutions for your consideration, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Vice Chair Kowalski?
Deputy County Manager, it's, I think people in the audience maybe don't know what deobligating grants means, so could you just explain a little bit of what's going on here with 1 and 2?
Yes, absolutely. It's not really deobligating a grant, it's deobligating funds that were assigned to a specific entity to operate the Workforce New Jersey program. If we deobligate, this is really ratifying some activity that happened at the Workforce Development Board meeting last month. They're moving some funds around so that we can spend them down so we don't have to send them back. They expire at the end of June, so we want to use them up. So if we deobligate them from each of these individual entities that administer the program, we can spend it for other purposes, like rent.
Thank you.
Freeholder Hudak?
Thank you, Chairman. Amy, in regard to number 3, it authorizes county manager to enter into an agreement. So is this just authorizing in a resolution to authorize the county manager should a municipality want to do a shared service agreement, or are there a number of communities associated with this agreement?
What we typically do is we offer the services of our print shop to municipalities.
Okay.
As a shared service. We charge them what it costs us to produce whatever the item is that they want to have produced in the print shop. So we do an MOU that we have to send down to the state. That's what you have to do with shared service agreements.
Mm-hmm.
And it usually runs for the 5-year term of the print shop. So we just signed a new term with Xerox to operate the print shop. So this is a new round of MOUs. We've been doing it every 5 years for the last, this will be the 3rd time I've been through it.
Okay, so this is in relation to one particular municipality.
No.
This is effectively the authorization to enter into those memorandums of understanding?
Right, so county council will draft them, send them to every municipality. They just have to sign them. It's no dollar amount is attached to them. It's just authorizing the use or lack of use. They don't have to do it. There's no obligation for them to, but should they ever want to utilize the service, they can because the MOU's in place.
In the last go-round, how many communities took advantage of it?
They all do, but in varying degrees. Some use it extensively,
Sure.
Some only use it to their ballots for elections. That's all they print. But we started out, when I first started kind of marketing the service, we had just a couple here and there, and they weren't really using it too extensively. Now, we do like over $100,000 a year in shared service business, where it was maybe $5,000 when we first started talking about it. So we upgraded the equipment, so it's all professional digital quality equipment now, so we can do anything that they could get out on the open market, but it could potentially save them money. We always suggest go out, get a price from a private printer, and then look at what we have to offer, and if it makes sense to you, then use it. Otherwise, there's no obligation to do so.
Thank you, Director.
Thank you much, Vice Chair Kowalski.
And also on number 3, so it's for printing and also the sign shop.
Also
as
the
well,
sign
right?
shop, yes. And interior and exterior signs. So they can do their road signs. They have, Joe's operation has all the equipment to do any road signs they would need, but they also do interior signs and lettering for doors and pretty much anything you can imagine they can do. They're really quite talented.
And I think that also in most cases we do, our print shop offers quite a bit of a cheaper rate than what they could get in privately. I mean, there may
In
be
most
exceptions,
cases.
but I've heard from municipalities that they're glad that we have the shared service.
The only thing we aren't real great at being able to do is bulk mailing, just because of the way it has to get to the post office. So sometimes Mailing House can do a better job of it just because they have all the routes pre-separated and things like that. But other than that, there's been very little that I've seen that we couldn't do and do it cheaper.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Chairman?
Yes, Fielder Garrison.
Yes, this actually goes back to January 1st. Were there any, you said that we just recently signed the new contract. What were there any changes? Were the rates different? Was it the same?
They reevaluate them every year. I honestly haven't seen the most recent rates. The contract, I was a part of the negotiation for the contract, and actually it went down. Our click count went down. So I don't think they'll see much, if any, increase. I don't know what the paper costs are now. But Vinny, who works for Joe Graziano, is meticulous about figuring out to the nth detail what the cost is and only passing along our cost. We're not trying to make money off of any municipality, which is why we come in less.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the Fielder Board?
Just one.
Fielder Williams?
Do you also do the large banners, et cetera?
We
for the
do.
concerts?
So in the sign shop, they can do banners, they can do H-stake signs.
Okay.
Really almost anything. We're working on a project through one of the chairman's initiatives to do pole banners that you'll see later in the summer. And I just ran into Chris Paparella, who does the sign shop, and he was so excited. He's like, Amy, I got the banner material. We can do your banners for hanging from the poles. So we're excited to see what that happens. They like a new challenge. They're always excited to try something new. So
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you very much, Deputy County Manager. Department of Public Works, Facilities, and Engineering, Director Graziano.
Good evening, Chairman. Freeholders, I have 10 resolutions on tonight. For your consideration, I'll try and answer any questions you have.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board?
And if I can add, before that, can I just add to what the Deputy County Manager mentioned as far as the shared services. A lot of police departments use us as well for the lettering of their vehicles. That's also a big savings for the townships as well.
Can you elaborate number 10, please, and also number 7?
Sure. Number 7, we're buying a bucket truck for the shade tree department. After 20 years, you have to abandon the bucket truck and the knuckle and the boom and everything on it. As per OSHA laws, you can't operate it after 20 years. So we have to take the bucket out of service. It definitely needs to be replaced anyway. So we went out to bid for a new bucket truck, and this is that one. Number 10, this is an extension of a existing 24-month contract for deer carcass removal services, and you can be a little bit tricked in the resolution. This is not for deer carcass removal. This is for road sweepings. Just happens to be the name of the company is Deer Carcass Removal. They also do that. They don't do that for us. But this is for our road sweepings. We sweep our roads, we collect them, and they all have to be sent out to be tested. and we've used $129,000. This is just the extension on that 2-year contract. So we're going to extend it another $129,000 for 2 more years.
Thank you very much, Director. Any other questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none, thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman.
Department of Finance, thank you. Director B.B. Taylor?
Good evening, Chairman and members of the Board. The Department of Finance has 5 resolutions for your consideration this evening, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none, thank you very much. Department of Human Services, Director Debbie Ann Anderson.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the Board. The Department of Human Services have 4 resolutions for your consideration this evening, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Freeholder Hudak?
Thank you. Good evening, Director. Can you just give a brief overview of the Continuum of Care grant? Because I did notice that was we recently received that funding from, with the budget amendment that was just a few moments ago.
Through you, Chairman. The Continuum of Care is for the supportive housing and Shelter Plus Care, which is to the homeless population of Union County. This is a grant that we applied to the Department of Housing, we applied to HUD. And this year, we received $3.8 million. It's a decrease, actually, of $763,686. So a lot of our nonprofit partners that do receive the funding, it is based on the renewal projects.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. Vice Chair Flossie? Oh, good. Just on number 4, please, if you can just elaborate on how many individuals will be serviced through that contract?
Yes, Chairman. This is for the children's waiting room at the Family Justice Center. In the opening which was opened in, I think, fall of 2017, in the children's waiting room, we served 112. And in the subsidy program, so individuals that are facing domestic violence, they need to get their feet back and get on the ground, and their children needs child care services. So we were able to assist 15 children, so a total of 127 children were served.
That's great. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you.
That's all.
All right, thank you.
Much, Director. Department of Parks and Recreation, Director Zuber.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and Freeholders. Department of Parks and Recreation has 1 item on tonight's agenda, and I'll try to answer any questions.
Any questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none. Thank you very much, Director.
Thank you.
Department of Public Safety, Director Moran.
Good evening, Chairman, members of the Board. Department of Public Safety has 3 resolutions on for your consideration. I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. Any Freeholder Hudak?
Thank you, Chairman. Director, on number 2, the UASI grant, of the 66 individuals getting training, how many of them are from Union County?
Elizabeth Fire Department's the only one agency that participates in USAR from Union County. I don't have an exact count because we don't have an attendance roster yet, but most of those attending will be from other municipalities.
No, and they're all part of the region, correct?
Correct. They work as a team, and our dispatch center actually dispatches the urban search and rescue teams. So we participate in that perspective, but most of the teams are from Jersey City, Bayonne, Morris County, and Middlesex County.
And so regardless of if it happened in Union County, those officers would come here if there were in the event of an emergency?
Absolutely, and they have to.
And reciprocally, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
We had a trench rescue in Westfield a few years ago. Bayonne Fire Department responded to that, and other assets from out of the county.
Fantastic. How long have we had this particular task force in place?
It's been as long as I've been here. I can check when they were started and get back to you on that.
Whenever you have a moment, Director. Thank you.
Sure.
Any other questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none, thank you very much, Director.
Thank you.
Office of the County Counsel, Second Deputy County Counsel, Mashud Muftau.
Good evening, Chairman and Freeholders. The Office of County Counsel has one resolution for your consideration. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.
Questions from the Freeholder Board? Seeing none? That is all. Thank you very much. At this time, I'll ask if any freeholders have any additional resolutions to add to the regular meeting agenda or any friendly amendments. Seeing none, we'll close that portion. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.